Quick question. How many meanings does the word run have?
In English?
In English.
I mean, a lot.
The Oxford English Dictionary lists over 600 uses.
I am sorry. Did you say 600?
600.
That is not a word. That is a whole personality disorder.
We are not doing all 600 today, just to be clear.
Thank goodness.
But we are going to do the ones that matter, the ones that will make you sound natural and confident, like someone who actually lives in English, not just visits it.
I love that. Visiting English versus living in it.
Welcome to Word Nerds. I'm Kai.
I'm Lila, and we're so glad you're here. Today we're diving into how run works in real English and the phrases you'll actually hear and use.
Okay, so let us start where everyone starts with this word. The obvious one.
Moving fast, on your legs.
Moving fast on your legs. You run for the bus, you run a race, you run because something scary is behind you.
Classic.
But even here, even in this most basic physical meaning, there is something interesting happening. Because run is not just about speed, is it? There is always a reason behind it. There is always some kind of urgency.
Yeah, you do not really run for fun.
Well,
I mean, some people do. Those people are called runners, and I respect them, but I do not understand them.
fair. But think about the sentences. She ran home in tears. That's not just movement, that's emotion. He ran to meet her. That's excitement. They turned and ran when they saw us. That's fear.
So even at its most basic, run carries a feeling with it.
Exactly. It's never neutral. Walk is neutral. Stroll is neutral. Actually, stroll is quite pleasant.
Stroll is a Sunday morning word.
Run is a something is happening word.
Okay, I love that. And it reminds me, I used to live near a school. Every afternoon, I would hear this sound, like a low rumble getting louder, and then suddenly 40 children would just pour out of the gate and scatter in every direction.
Running.
Running, screaming, and there was this pure energy to it, like they had been sitting still for 6 hours and their bodies just needed to go. And the word run captures that perfectly. There is nothing slow or considered about it.
Right. And this is the feeling that travels with the word even when it moves away from the physical meaning. That sense of energy and motion. Something actively happening.
Which is maybe why English took one word and stretched it across so many different situations.
That is exactly it. And that is where it gets interesting. Because English looked at run, this word full of energy and forward motion, and said, yeah, we can use that for a lot of things.
600 things, apparently.
600 things. So here's the question. How does a word that means move fast on your legs end up meaning be in charge of a hotel?
Yeah, how does that happen?
Because language is lazy.
Excuse me?
In the best way. When humans need to describe something new, we do not invent a brand new word from scratch. We look around at the words we already have, and we ask, which one feels like this new thing?
We borrow the feeling.
We borrow the feeling. So think about what it means to run a business. You are keeping it moving, you are keeping it going. There's constant forward motion, constant energy required. The moment you stop, it stops.
Oh, so the business is the thing running, like legs.
Like legs. She runs a hotel. He runs a language school. They run the whole operation. There is no sitting still in any of those sentences.
That actually reframes how I think about management. Running a team sounds exhausting now.
It is exhausting. Ask anyone who does it.
My first job, I had a manager who used to say, I don't run this department, I survive it. And at the time, I thought that was funny, but now I think she meant it literally.
That is extremely relatable. Okay,
Same logic, machines. The engine is running. The program is running. Keep the software running.
Again, it is about being in motion, active, not stopped.
Not stopped. And notice what the opposite feels like. The engine stopped. The program crashed. The software failed. All of those are bad. Running is the good state. Running means everything is working.
So when your computer is running slowly,
It is still running, it is just tired.
my laptop is basically always tired.
Same. Okay, now water. This one is my favorite. The tap is running. Tears ran down her face. The river ran dry.
Water moves constantly, naturally forward.
And the moment it stops, something is wrong. A river that stops running is a drought. A tap that will not run is a problem. The running state is the natural state.
And the tears running down someone's face, that's such a vivid image because you can see the movement. It's not just she cried. It's specific, continuous, almost like the tears have somewhere to be.
Yes, and this is what makes Run so useful for writers and speakers. It gives you motion even when you are describing something that technically cannot move.
Like a scar. He had a scar running down his cheek.
Exactly. The scar is not moving anywhere, but using Run makes you trace it with your eyes. It creates a visual path.
That is genuinely beautiful. I am not being sarcastic.
I know you're not. Okay, last one in this family. Time. The lease runs for 3 months. The show ran for 6 years. The program is running behind schedule.
Time flows. Time moves forward.
Always forward, never back. And again, the moment something stops running, it ends. The show ran for 6 years means it had a life, it had energy, it kept going. There's something almost respectful about that phrase.
Versus the show was canceled after 6 years.
Very different energy.
Completely different energy. One sounds like a career, the other sounds like a crime.
So here's what I want listeners to hold on to from this chapter. Run in all of these situations is always doing the same thing underneath. It is saying this thing is in motion. It has energy. It is actively happening. The legs are gone, but the feeling is still there.
The feeling travels.
The feeling travels.
Okay, so we have been talking about run as a standalone word, but in real life, native speakers almost never say run alone. It comes in pairs. It comes with a partner.
A collocation, which just means words that naturally travel together. Words that are so used to each other, they have basically become one unit.
And with run, there are a lot of these. So we are going to go through the big ones, fast. Real situations, real sentences. Ready?
Ready.
Run out of.
Oh, this one is everywhere. We have run out of milk. I am running out of time. She ran out of patience. It means you had something and now it is gone. The supply has reached zero.
This is probably the collocation I use most in my actual life, mostly about coffee. I have run out of coffee at the worst possible moments.
When is a good moment to run out of coffee?
Exactly. There isn't one. But the thing I love about run out of is that it feels urgent. It's not just that there's no coffee, it's the coffee is gone and this is a problem and something needs to happen now.
That urgency again. Run bringing the energy.
Always. Okay, run into.
2 meanings, and both are useful. First, I ran into my old teacher at the supermarket, which means you met someone by accident, unexpectedly.
This happened to me last month. I ran into my dentist at a restaurant, and we had to make small talk for 4 minutes while I was holding a very large sandwich.
The specific nightmare of running into your dentist while eating.
While eating something terrible for your teeth, no less. But notice, ran into. I did not plan it. It just happened. It collided with my day.
which is the second meaning, literal collision. The car ran into a wall. She ran into a glass door. Impact, unexpected contact.
So, whether it is a person or a wall, running into something means you did not see it coming.
Which is a very relatable life experience.
Deeply relatable. Next, run late.
As established in our cold open, this one is personal for me.
Teasing, you run late a lot?
I have a complicated relationship with punctuality, but yes, the train is running late, the meeting is running late, I am running late. It means behind schedule. Time is moving, but you are not keeping up with it.
And there is something slightly breathless about running late, isn't there? Like the lateness itself is chasing you.
Yes, versus just saying, I am late, which is a fact. I am running late is a fact plus a feeling. It implies you are trying, you are in motion.
It is an apology built into the tense.
That is a great way to put it.
Thank you. I am running late, but I am running. Okay, run errands.
This one confuses a lot of learners because errand is a slightly old-fashioned word that just means a short task. Going to the post office, picking up dry cleaning.
And when you run errands, you're doing several of these in one trip. You're moving through a list.
Notice you do not do errands in natural English. You run them. The motion is baked in.
Saturday mornings. That's when people run errands, which is also why Saturday mornings feel exhausting before they've even started.
The errand energy of a Saturday. Okay, last one. Run a risk.
Ooh, this one is interesting because it sounds almost counterintuitive. You're running toward something dangerous.
You are running a risk by not saving your work. Is it worth running that risk? You're in motion towards a possible bad outcome. It's a choice.
So run a risk feels more deliberate than just there's a risk.
Much more deliberate. Running a risk means you are moving towards it, possibly knowingly.
Like my dentist sandwich situation.
That was absolutely running a risk, yes.
Worth it, though.
Quick recap before we move on. The big collocations. Run out of, run into, run late, run errands, run a risk. Learn these as complete phrases, not word by word. They are units. Your brain should grab them whole.
And notice, they all carry that same run energy underneath them. Motion, something actively happening, nothing passive about any of them.
Okay, so far we have been celebrating run, and it deserves the celebration. But we would be doing you a disservice if we did not talk about the moments where run is the wrong choice.
Because there are moments.
There are moments, and this is actually where intermediate learners tend to get stuck. You have learned that run means to manage, to operate, to flow, and suddenly you want to use it everywhere, which is a great instinct, but English has synonyms for a reason.
Each one carries a slightly different weight.
Exactly. So let us do some comparisons. First one, run versus manage.
Okay, so both can describe being in charge of something. She runs the department. She manages the department. Both are correct, but they don't feel the same.
Run feels hands-on, active, like she's in it every day, making it go. Manage feels more formal, more structural, like she has oversight, responsibility, maybe a title.
So, in a job interview, you'd probably say,
I managed a team of 12, not I ran a team of 12.
even though running a team is technically correct.
It is correct, but it sounds slightly too casual for that context. Too energetic almost, like you were herding cats rather than leading professionals.
Which, to be fair, is sometimes accurate.
Sometimes very accurate. But the register matters. Run is brilliant in conversation. In a formal CV or a board report, manage or oversee will serve you better.
So run is not a formal word.
It is not a formal word.
It is an active, conversational, vivid word. Keep that in mind.
Okay, second one. Run versus operate.
Operate is the technical sibling. The machine operates at high voltage. The system is operating normally. It sounds clinical, precise, like someone in a white coat wrote it.
Whereas the machine is running. Sounds like a mechanic told you.
Exactly. Both correct, very different feel. If you are writing a technical manual, operate. If you are telling a story, run.
I think this is such an important thing for learners to understand. Correctness is only half the battle. The other half is appropriateness.
The right word in the right room.
Exactly. Okay, run versus flow for liquids.
So we talked about the tap is running. Tears ran down her face. And those are both natural. But you would not say the river runs gently through the valley if you wanted to sound poetic.
You would say flows.
Flows is smoother, more graceful. Runs is more functional. The water runs from the pipe. Fine, practical. The river flows through the valley. Beautiful, almost meditative.
So, run for water is neutral to slightly urgent. Flow is peaceful.
And gush is panicked. The water gushed out of the pipe. Something has gone badly wrong.
Oh, my kitchen last winter. I will not elaborate.
We will take your word for it. Okay, now here is one that catches a lot of learners off guard. The word run in the context of elections.
This is an American English thing, isn't it?
Partly. In American English, you run for president, run for Senate. It is completely standard. In British English, you are more likely to stand for election.
I see. So, she is standing for Parliament versus she's running for Congress.
Both mean the same thing. She is a candidate. But if you are writing for a British audience and you say running for Parliament, it will sound slightly American. Not wrong, just imported.
Good to know which room you are in.
Always. And one more. This one is about overuse. Learners sometimes discover run and start applying it to everything. I run to the shop. I run to the office. I run everywhere. And it starts to sound strange.
Because in real life, you are probably not sprinting everywhere.
Right. In real, natural English, I went to the shop. I headed to the office. These are all more natural than running everywhere when you mean just moving around your day.
Run implies urgency. So if there's no urgency, do not force it.
Save it for when it earns it.
Which brings us to the bigger point. Run is an energetic word, a vivid word. Every time you use it, you're injecting a little bit of motion into your sentence. That's powerful, but it means you have to use that power deliberately.
Overuse it and it loses its charge. Use it well and your English suddenly feels alive.
Like the difference between someone who swears constantly and someone who swears once perfectly at exactly the right moment.
That's a surprisingly wise analogy.
I have my moments.
Okay, so before we wrap up, we want to do something a little different. We are just going to talk. Normal conversation about nothing important.
But we want you to listen. Not for the lesson, just listen the way you would listen to friends talking. And see what you notice.
Ready?
Ready. So, how was your week?
Honestly, chaotic. I was running a workshop on Wednesday, the one I have been preparing for weeks, and the whole thing nearly fell apart.
Oh no. What happened?
Well, so I'm already running late because the train decided that Wednesday was a great day to have a delay.
Of course.
And I get there, open my laptop, and the presentation software just won't run. Completely frozen. Spinning wheel of death.
No.
Yes. And I am standing in front of 15 people, and I have about 4 minutes before we are supposed to start. And I'm thinking, okay, do I run the slides from my phone? Do I just talk without them? Do I pretend this was planned?
What did you do?
I ran it from my phone. Tiny screen, terrible experience, but it worked. Mostly.
Wow, I would have panicked completely.
I did panic. I just panicked quietly and professionally.
That is basically the definition of adulting. Okay, so after the workshop, did you at least have a good evening?
I tried to. I needed to run a few errands on the way home. Post office, pharmacy. And then I ran into this woman I used to work with. Haven't seen her in 2 years.
Oh, nice. Or was it awkward?
It was both. She's running her own business now, apparently. Some kind of consulting thing. She seemed really happy.
Good for her.
Yeah, we stood there talking for ages. And by the time I got home, I had completely run out of energy. Just collapsed on the sofa.
That sounds like a Thursday to me. Ah, Wednesday, sorry.
It felt like a Thursday. What about you?
My week was quieter. I have been doing this online course. It runs for 6 weeks. This is week 3, and I am actually really enjoying it.
What is it on?
Screenwriting. And I'll be honest, I was running a bit of a risk signing up because I know nothing about it. Like, genuinely nothing.
And
And it turns out, knowing nothing is fine. You just learn, which sounds obvious, but it isn't always.
that is actually lovely.
Don't tell anyone. I have a reputation for cynicism to maintain.
Okay, so, did you notice?
How many times did we use it?
Let's count. I was running a workshop, running late, the software wouldn't run, I ran it from my phone, ran a few errands, ran into someone. She is running her own business. Run out of energy. The course runs for 6 weeks. Running a risk.
10.
10 uses of run in a completely normal conversation about a completely normal week.
And here is what I want you to sit with for a second. How many of those felt strange or forced to you?
If you're being honest with yourself, probably none of them, because they weren't. They were just the right word in the right moment doing its job.
That is what fluency feels like. Not thinking about the word, just reaching for it because it fits.
And now you've heard it 10 more times in context. Your brain has filed it away. The next time you need it, it'll be closer to the surface.
That is how this works. Not memorizing a list, hearing the word live in the wild until it becomes yours.
Okay, we are running low on time.
So let us bring it home. What do we want people to leave with today?
I think it is this. Run is one of those words that looks simple on the surface. You learn it on day 1 of English. I run, you run, she runs. And then you file it away and move on to harder words. But the truth is, run was always the hard word. You just did not know it yet.
Because it's not one word. It's a whole family of ideas held together by a single feeling. Motion, energy, something actively happening.
And once you feel that, once you understand what run is doing underneath, you stop translating it in your head and you just use it naturally, like it was always yours.
Which it now is, by the way. You have earned it today.
So this week, and we really mean this, notice run. In conversations, in things you read, in shows you watch, you're going to see it everywhere now. That's not because it suddenly appeared, it was always there. You're just tuned to it now.
That's the best part of learning a word properly. The world starts giving it back to you.
I'm Kai.
I'm Lila. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Word Nerds is a show for people who believe that language is worth paying attention to. And the fact that you're here tells us you're one of those people.
Which means you're our kind of people.
We'll see you in the next one.
Don't run.
Walk. Take your time. We'll be here.